fans, I welcome you once again to this channel. Today class is going to be based on bearings. Okay, what is bearing? Bearing is the point measured on the earth surface based on some what principles. There are two types of bearing. We have the compass bearing and we have the three figure bearing. Okay, now when you talk of compass bearing, let's start with compass bearing. Compass bearing starts their point from the north or south, then they will now measure them to what? To either the east or the west. That is, their starting point is from either the north to south, then measure to either the east to the west. Okay, now an illustration. Let's take for example, you have this. Of course, you have the north, south, west, and the east. Okay, now north, east, west, south. Quickly, news is formed that way: north, east, west, south. That's, if you don't know the full meaning of it, that's the full meaning: north, east, west, south. Okay, that means, like I said, I'm moving from the north, starting point from either the north or the south. Understand? Now, if I move this way to east, I will call this NE, northeast. If I move from here, don't forget, from south to east, I'll call this SE. If I move from here, I'll call it southwest. Then if I now move from north to west, I'll call it northwest. Okay, now illustration. Let us assume we want to represent north 50 degree east in form of this. So we have this: north, south, west, and what? East. Northeast. So that means I will be moving like this, 50 degrees. That is that about the compass bearing that you need to know. The starting point is moving from the north, south, then measure toward either east or west. Now, the second one says that three figure bearing. Okay, let me do that here. Three figure bearing. Okay, now for you to understand the figure bearing very well, you need to understand something here. Three figure bearing base its own starting point from the north alone. Does not have to do with south. So it based time from the north to either the east, west, or south. Okay, now that means if you have this, okay, now remember something: we have quadrants in mathematics. Quadrant is actually anti-clockwise. That is, you move like this. The first quadrant is here, second is here, third is here, fourth is here. But in the reverse, in the issue of three figure bearing, it is the reverse of this quadrant. That means if quadrant is moving anti-clockwise, three figure bearing will be moving clockwise. So instead of this, it's now going to be like this: first, second, third, fourth. Of which this first quadrant here is simply representing from 0 to 90 degrees. Okay, then here represent from 90 degrees to 180 degrees, and here represent from 180 to 270 degrees, and here represent from what? 270 to what? 360 degrees. So that means any angles that you feel like that falls under from 0 to 90, represent them here. That is more than 90, represent them here. That is 90 or more than 90, that is 180 or 270, yeah, like that. Okay, now let's take an illustration on these two. Okay, let us assume we want to represent 0, 30 degrees, 130 degrees, 300 degrees. These are three figure bearing in this. So we have this. You can see this is 30, 0, 30. So that means it's in between 0 to 90. So we start from here. Look for the starting point is from the north. So I'll start from here. 0, 30 degrees. So it's simply like this. Okay, the second one, we have this again. 130. 130 is more than the first quadrant now, so it falls under the second quadrant. So we move like this. It's not up to 180, so we stop there. Right? So this is 130 degrees. Okay? So the shape of that one is like this. 130 degrees. The last one, we have the 300. We have the 300. 300 is the same diagram. We have leaving 90, leaving 180, leaving 270. Don't forget then 360 is here. So that's from 270 to 360. So 300 will be somewhere here. It goes this way. So this is our 300. Okay. So now let's quickly take the relationship between the compass bearing and the what? The three-figure bearing. Okay. Now take for instance, now you will be have to convert from compass bearing to what? To three-figure bearing, or from three-figure bearing to what? Compass bearing. Now relationship between them. Relationship. Okay. Now the question says convert 30 degrees. Let us use that again. Convert 0 30 degrees, 130 degrees, 300 degrees. These are 3-digit bearing to compass bearing. Now how do we convert these two? Okay. Now these are 3-digit bearing. We do that. Solution. Okay. Now we have, okay, this is 30. So from here we have this. Are we following? So 0 30 degrees. Now don't forget that for a compass bearing you have the north, south, west, and the what? The east. So like I said, you're actually moving from north or south to the what? East or west. That's for a compass bearing. So that means I'm already moving from north to what? Now to east. So this one will not have any problem. It's still going to be north 30 degrees east, because it's already starting from the north. So that's the answer. Then the second one, B, 130 degrees. Okay. Now you go this way. You leave 90. Don't forget north, south, west, and east. You move like this. Right? So you observe that this is more than north. It leaves north, then it comes towards this side. So we cannot, and we don't say the starting point is from the east to south. We do not say that. We say from south to east. That means you need to calculate, if this is 130, you understand? That means you need to calculate the angle here. So we can represent that angle as what? As our compass what bearing. So from here to here is 180. So if this is 130, that means the remaining part here is going to be what? 50. Right? So therefore we now have our answer as what? South 50 degree east. So we have converted 130 in 3D bearing to what? To a compass bearing. Now the last one here, which is we want to convert, okay, 300 also to a compass bearing. Coming this way, more than 180, so then 300 is here. Don't forget this is north, south, west, and east. So you can see again that we cannot move from west to north. We only start our point from north to west. So then we need to get this place. So if from here to here is what? 300. So that means here is going to be what? 60, because here is going to be, here is supposed to be, total value is going to be what? 360. So that just simply say 300 minus 360. So you have 60. So that will be north 60 degree west. So we have ended up converting that. Okay. Now, lastly, let's convert from compass bearing to what? Three-figure bearing. How do we convert from compass bearing to what? Three-figure bearing. The question says convert north 65 degree east. That's A. Then B, south 40 degree west. To 3-digit bearing. Okay. Now how do we change these two? Solution. we have north, south, west, and east. Of course, you know they are already in what compass when we need to change for to three-figure bearing. So we simply come like this, north 65 degrees east. We go this way, as you can see. We move like this. So this is 65 degrees. So converting it to three, this one does not have any issues because it's still within the quadrant, right? So we just simply add, our answer is just going to be, you cannot put it as 65, you just simply add 0.65 degrees, and that is all. Okay, the second part, we have second one says north, south, west, and east. South, this is south to west. Look at it. Moving like this. 40 degrees. But now, like we said we always start our 3D bearing from the north. So this adds a little challenge. The challenge is that we are going to start from the north as usual, as we say. So if you look at it, this is 90, 180. So that means our bearing here is going to be, total value is 180, right? It's just going to be 180 plus this 40 degrees. So, and that will give you what? 220 degrees. That's our three-figure bearing. So guys, this is what I have for you today. So if you feel you have a question to ask on this, you can drop it on the comment section, and I'll see you guys in my next class. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye for now.